Hi everyone, welcome to the MCP catalog built for the enterprise. I'm Sabeen Nair, Group Product Manager at Microsoft, and joining me today is
Hi, I'm Mankirat Bajwa. I also go by MK. I'm Senior Product Manager at Microsoft.
in this session, we will walk you through how Microsoft has built an enterprise ready catalog of MCP servers and how you can bring your own MCP server into the fold. And if you're an ISV, please stay with us till the end because we need your help to grow this ecosystem. Let us get into it. So let's start with a quick refresher. Let's dial back to the pre agentic era, actually, even before connectors existed. Every integration was handcrafted. You wanted to pull an opportunity from Salesforce, your developer wrote code. You wanted to create a ticket in ServiceNow, your developer wrote more code. Read or write, it didn't matter. Every system requires its own custom implementation, its own authentication, its own maintenance burden. Then Power Platform connectors changed that, wrapped the API once, and every app and flow on the platform could read that. Salesforce opportunity or write that ServiceNow ticket without a single line of code. Over 1600 connectors later, we built a large low code integration ecosystem. Then came agents, and agents don't just call APIs, they reason, plan, and decide at runtime what to do next. Connectors were built for deterministic flows and has limited mileage in agentic era. That's where MCP servers come in. Think of them as a toolbox for your agent. Each tool does a specific job. Fetch this account, create this ticket, update this record. MCP is the standard that lets any agent pick up the toolbox and get to work, regardless of model or platform. One standard, any agent, any system. The USB C moment for AI. The protocol itself is supported across all major Microsoft agent surfaces, and we have put together a catalog of MCP servers that MK and I will show you in a demo shortly. Now, the goal is to make these available across all of the surface areas, and we are well on our way. End users should be able to access them in Microsoft 365 Copilot and Cowork, business makers building in Copilot Studio, developers in Azure AI Foundry, engineers via GitHub, Copilot, and other coding agent CLIs. And if you're building outside Microsoft ecosystem, you should be able to connect Claude or any other MCP client directly to servers in a catalog. If you're IT or security in the room, this one is for you. Giving agents access to your business systems is powerful, but the first question every CIO and CISO asks is the same: who controls this, and can I see what it's doing? The answer is yes on both counts. Every interaction is authenticated through Microsoft Entra. Before an agent can reach any resource, it requests an access token, and the tooling gateway acts as the enforcement layer, ensuring admin blocks are honored and agent gets access only to the approved list of MCP servers. Purview ensures your data policies travel with the agent, sensitivity labels are honored, and every action is captured in your audit and compliance logs. Defender sits on top of that, protecting against prompt injection attempts, malicious domains, and behavioral anomalies. If you're a bank or a healthcare organization, your data never needs to leave your private network. Traffic runs entirely through VNet and Global Secure Access or GSA, never touching the public internet. And every interaction is logged, giving admins full visibility into how agents are working with your data. Governed, observable, enterprise ready. Now, let's talk about what you can actually connect to. We have built a catalog of over 60 MCP servers and growing, covering the systems most enterprises already run: SAP, Salesforce, ServiceNow, Workday, Oracle, and many more. Every server in the catalog is pre vetted, governed, and ready on day one. The catalog is built by Microsoft and our ISV partners with a unified certification process that mirrors exactly what we did with Power Platform connectors. And if you have been around the Power Platform connector ecosystem long enough, you know what happened there. We started with a handful of connectors, opened up for the community and partners, and it grew to over 1600. We are taking the same approach here, applying the same playbook. The 60 you see today is just the starting point. The goal is a thriving ecosystem where ISVs, partners, and community build and certify MCP servers the same way they did with connectors: rich, growing, and governed from day one. Now, with that, let me hand it over to MK, who will walk us through a demo showcasing our catalog of MCP servers. MK.
Thank you so much, Sabine. We have a strong and growing set of MCP availables. Let's look at how makers can use them as part of an agent. In this example, we are working with an agent for sales. You already see Salesforce MCP being added to this agent. To extend it further, I'll go into the tools and add another MCP. Broad list of MCPs available to choose from. Depending upon your business scenario, each MCP comes with set of actions it can perform so that maker can select the one that best fits their use case. For this demo, I'll select DocuSign. As part of the setup experience, it allows me to authenticate. As I already have an existing connection, I'll choose one of that and build and select DocuSign and add it to my agent. From here, I can publish this agent to multiple channels of my choice, including Teams, Microsoft 365, Copilot, and multiple others. For this particular demo, I'll choose Microsoft 365 Copilot. Now that sales agent is available where users work, a seller can ask relevant sales prompts and the agent can invoke the underlying MCP tool to retrieve information or take actions based on the connected system. A key point of MCP moves beyond agent, beyond conversations into actions, connecting them to trusted business systems and users already relying to get the work done. With MCP, you have multiple paths to bring MCPs into agent. First, Microsoft provides out-of-box MCPs that customers can use directly. Second, ISVs and partner can certify their MCP server and make them available broadly to all Microsoft customers. And third, the enterprises can bring their own custom MCPs within the tenant for internal scenarios. Now let's focus on ISV provided MCP certification. If you are an ISV or a partner with MCP server, certification helps in making your server easier for Microsoft customers to discover, trust, and adopt. It also ensures the experience fits into Microsoft enterprise expectations around governance, security, and observability. The goal is to give ISV a trusted path to bring MCP capabilities into the Microsoft ecosystem while giving customer the confidence to discover, govern, and adopt them at scale. The certified MCP ecosystem is already live and growing really fast. Today, you can choose from a wide range of ISV certified MCPs or get your MCP certified that brings specialized capabilities directly to be used in an agent. And this is just the beginning. The ecosystem is continuing to expand as more partners and ISVs certify their MCP servers. Certification creates value both for new and existing partners. For new partners, it provides a trusted entry point into Microsoft ecosystem. For existing partners, it extends their reach, trust, and governance into MCP powered agent scenarios. It empowers all the partners in three key ways: expanding the distribution through Microsoft Channel, building enterprise trust through security and compliance and quality validation, and strengthening governance with authorized registry, auditability, and observability. Together, this helps a partner reach more customers, drive adoption, and scale their MCP capabilities within a Microsoft ecosystem. We are simplifying MCP certification end to end. Partners can publish through Partner Center with manifest file and make MCP available across Microsoft Experience, including Copilot Studio, Azure AI Foundry, and more. At the same time, certified MCPs can be governed through Microsoft 365 Admin Center, bringing together discovery, adoption, and enterprise control. With that foundation in place, here are few MCPs that will be soon joining the catalog. Back to you, Sabine.
Well, we just walked through the catalog and saw it in action in the demo. Now, that covers the first two paths. Microsoft built servers you can adopt directly, and ISP partners who have certified their servers to reach Microsoft customers. But there will be situations wherein the catalog does not cover everything you need. Maybe your organization has built an MCP server for a specific internal tool. Maybe you have a line of business system that is unique to your industry or your tenant. Or you simply have a remote MCP server you want to bring in and put under governance. That is exactly what the third option is for. Bring your own MCP server. Register it once into the shared registry and it sits alongside everything else in the catalog. Same governance, same admin controls, same observability. Now let us show you how that works in the demo. Now it takes a single command to bring your remote MCP servers into the catalog. This command is available across several CLIs, and today I'm showing it via the database CLI. One command, a few parameters, and you're done. Let us walk through them. First, we give the server a name. We call it ext underscore learn MCP. Then we provide the remote URL for the MCP server. Next is auth. Several options exist, including an Entra ID and API key. In our demo today, we will use no auth. Then we provide the list of tools this MCP server exposes along with their descriptions. Finally, publisher name and server description. That is it. One command, your MCP server is now registered in the catalog, governed, and ready to use. Now, let us quickly put this to work. Over in the Copilot Studio, we have an agent called Learn Agent. Let us add the MCP server we just registered as a tool. We search for it in the catalog, and there it is, ext underscore learn MCP. We add it, we create a connection, and then add it to the agent. Now, you can also see the individual tools we defined showing up right there. Let us test it. We will ask the agent for the latest documentation on one of our newest products, Microsoft Scout. And there you go. The agent calls the MCP server, pulls from official Microsoft Learn documentation, and surfaces the answer directly. One command to register, and we will make it available across all agents to use it. This is bring your own MCP. And with that, let me do a quick summary of what we covered today. MCP, or Model Context Protocol, is the open standard that makes your agents actionable across any system. Microsoft has built a governed, enterprise-ready catalog of over 60 servers, available across every major agent surface with the flexibility to bring your own when the catalog does not cover your needs. I will now hand it over to MK to take us home. Over to you, MK.
Thanks, Sabine. Pick the path that fits your starting point. Build the agent with out of box MCPs, certify your MCP to reach Microsoft customers, or bring your own MCP for internal use. Start with one system, one agent scenario, and one governed pilot. Then scale from there. Check the QR code on the screen to see the latest blog and check out our documentation to learn more about MCP servers and how you can bring your own. Thank you so much for joining us. Me and Sabine are looking forward to partnering with ISVs to grow this ecosystem.